How we doing, Robust family? And look, welcome. I know you're going to enjoy the episode coming up, and we have a lot more stuff on this channel. But before we engage on the new show, can I ask you to do me a small favor? Just robustly smash that subscribe and like button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a robust breakfast show beat. All right, enjoy. So look, it's Relationship Power Thursday, the day where we look at tools, tips, and ideas to have good relationships with ourselves, those around us, and romantic relationships as well. There was an amazing show that used to be on TV a while back, actually. I think if that show, let me just type here. I think if that show was to be released nowadays, you'll probably get cut, like silenced or something like that. But it was a very interesting show. It was in actually 1976. All right, and it's amazing. It was about lowered expectations, and I think you're gonna like this one. I really do think so. Kat, if you just make sure it's okay. Susan Whitfield starts from the beginning. Yeah, so let's play this track because sometimes the single era may be lasting long, and I need you guys in the live chat to tell me what is wrong with this image, what is wrong with this situation, because this lady thinks that her single era should not even be happening. Check this out.
Lowered expectation.
Susan Whitfield, number 623.
Hi, my name is Susan Whitfield, and I'm doing this to break out of my shell and take charge of my life. And I don't care what everyone says because I'm special and I deserve that special someone. So look out, world, because here I come. So I'd like a guy who doesn't like to dance and doesn't want to be with a girl who's cute or even really fun. And he shouldn't mind that she has a tear duct problem where her eyes puss up to the point where it looks like I slept on a cake. I'm really into reading. I especially like long books because they go on forever and it's like having friends. But the most important thing you should know about me is that...
For Susan Whitfield, press pound 623.
Yeah, lowered expectation. I'm gonna do with this clip here. Good. I just want to say good morning to Deborah. She just came through the Breakfast Show kitchens right now. All right, I'm gonna let you settle yourself in, okay? I wish you could have seen that from the beginning. So, guys, what do you think is a problem with that image right there? What do you think is wrong? Okay, this lady believes that she's the prize, and if this was from originally this aired in 1998. Sorry, my mistake. 1998. This aired. So what are your thoughts? In 1998, there were ladies speaking like this. I mean, we've got Kat here. She saw all of it right now, making an assessment, as you can see on the Kat cam, dissecting that clip. I mean, what are your thoughts on that one, Kat? Why do you think she's still in her single era?
She's a bit weird.
Weird?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just weird. I think the first thing is she didn't know how to take care of herself. I think the first thing is that she didn't take care of herself. She didn't take care of her teeth. She didn't take care of the way that she looked, right? But she thinks that she's God's gift.
Yeah.
Right? And that could be what is actually happening today. We have things like Singles Hour, where people are probably coming in, but they're not assessing the simple things like how they come across, how they look, how they portray themselves. And they think maybe, you guys are losing out because you're not seeing me. Let me see what they're saying in the live chat. This is quite interesting. Oh gosh, let me just sharpen up my thing. I'm doing an open shirt thing this morning, trying to be like Luther Vandross.
I hope not.
So here we go. So it says like this. Good morning, everyone. Okay, we have Gabby. Gabby says, I love the song. Mercy says, I'm so sorry, but why did I find the video funny? Indeed, there's some truth element in there. That's the thing about humor back in the day. Lorraine says, good morning, Assistant Robert, Cat, and Breakfast Show crew. One dream, one team, my boo ring. Thank you very much. God bless you. Chanel says, I think Apostle Paul didn't get married because he knew he was going to die young, and would be unfair to make someone a widow because he encourages others to get married. That's true. Peter was already married and he got martyred. you know. But there is a situation for everything. That's one thing we see about love life. There's a different situation for everybody, you know, and it's quite interesting, Chanel. Also, she says, I think the woman didn't believe she would be blessed, so she couldn't be bothered. That's true. That's true. I wish you saw this clip that we just had just now, Deborah. Yeah, it was interesting. I'll show you another one in just a second. But yeah, exactly. So what we're just showing is, you probably saw it, and it is quite funny to behold and to look upon. But the reality is that maybe sometimes we have our high expectations, but we're having a lowered performance. I've got another one that I want to show you right now that I can let that Deborah can chime into. Here you go, Debs. Sorry, Kat. All right, this one is a very interesting one more lowered expectation, because that's going to be the theme of today. It's going to be about expectations, okay? And started from 25 seconds into the clip. All right, Kat? And I want you to have a look at this. Debs, have a look at this. Yeah. So we're going to take this apart. Listeners, have a look at this, and let's have a look to see what's the problem. What's the problem? This show addresses issues that if you put on TV today, people will try to cancel the show. So it's good when you find this material and you'll be able to reuse it and assess what could be the issue. Let's have a look. Check this out, guys.
Well, wake up, sleeping ugly. Because your only hope is lowered expectations. Our video library allows you to choose from thousands of chronically rejected singles, just as hard up and pathetic as you.
Oh, gosh.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Gina, number 294.
Hi, my name is Gina, and I'm looking for a fun, loving guy. Murder. Someone who likes long walks. Murder. Someone who likes nice, quiet dinners. Murder. And beautiful music. Murder. And someone who looks at relationships as a two-way street. I'm not expecting murder. You to treat me like a queen. Murder. I'm just a down-to-earth woman who loves people. So if you like fun, murder, then give me a call. Murder.
Gina, press pound 29.
Okay. Deborah. So that was good to have you with us on the show this morning. So that was Gina. That was Gina this morning. Literally, she was putting herself out there on lowered expectations. I mean, what did you gather from that experience, that encounter?
I think it was quite disturbing, actually. Yeah, and I mean, you could see the way she was talking. She didn't have much confidence, but then the murder that came coming out of her mouth, I was thinking, No. She started off wrong. In the middle, it was wrong, and at the end, it was wrong.
See, and so I think what we see there is a typical example of someone who hasn't worked on themselves first.
Definitely.
They've gone into the dating arena wanting someone, because human beings, we desire to have someone in our life. Yeah. But clearly she has some internal hidden issues that could flare up later on in the relationship. Yeah. So if somebody was not looking out for red or green flags in her speech, in her conduct, and in her demeanor, clearly there's a horror movie on the horizon for that dude.
Yeah.
So look, we got Derek on the line. Derek, yeah, call now, Derek, please, dude. Derek, yes, call now. He's on the line. Derek's on the line. I think. Oh, he's already there. Oh, great. So Derek's on the line. He's wired, fired, and inspired. We can see him on the channel, and we're going through it. Like I said, we're going to have an all-girl table of justice today, but I had to parachute my guy Derek in this morning to join us. So Derek, if you can please call the number, please. Call the number.
Hey, you good?
Excellent. So we've got two audios. I think one audio's from the vMixer, one's from the phone. Which one do you want to use, Kat?
Phone.
Yeah. All right. So I'll let Kat do that. So you're over there. You're in Birmingham, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right, Derek. It's great to have you once again on the show.
Yes.
All right. You're gonna help me this morning to hold down the fort, because we're gonna have a table full of ladies. They're having a bit of a situation. I think they're having trouble getting up the stairs this morning to get to the studios. You know. Yeah, it is what it is. We try our best. Yeah. So Derek, did you see that video we just played?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that clip?
I'm saying this, and I don't want to upset anyone. But you know how I am, Robert. I'm a straight shooter.
I know, Derek. I know.
Don't breathe. You know what it is, right? I think in life, yeah, that see relationships, for example, right? Expectations can be a massive hindrance. It's not bad to have expectations. We all have expectations, all of us.
Yeah.
But I think that can be a massive hindrance. Why? Because sometimes we value the expectation more than the person. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Deborah's like not into that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking on that?
Yeah, because it's like people become. Oh, sorry. Morning, Derek.
Morning.
Yeah. So what it is that people get so engrossed in the idea that they forget about the person. They say, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. But they don't think about that person.
Okay.
It's more about what they want.
Okay. You're flowing, Derek. The lady agrees.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a situation where, not that we should lower our expectations, no, but we have to be realistic
Yes.
our expectations.
Yeah.
So when you go into a situation with a person, you have to understand that, okay, you have your expectations, but you're two completely different people. You have your background, they have their background, you have your experiences, they have their experiences.
Yeah.
And one thing I have learned over the last 8 years, and I'm still learning, is that although I had expectations and my wife had expectations, I've had to not put them expectations so much. I've had to lessen that expectation on her. Why? Because it leads to frustration, anger, disappointment. And then because you've had this expectation for that person, you end up looking at that person like, oh, you didn't do this, you're not this, you're not that. But that's your expectation of the person.
That's strong.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, just a second ago, we actually played a video called Low Expectation of a lady who, after every third second sentence, uttered the word murder, and it just shows that sometimes because of our maybe we can have high expectations, right? But maybe justifying love, we can lower our expectations as well, right? And call a problem into our life. That could be hardship in the future, as we saw in the clip that we watched just now. But but having you on the line, Derek, it's great having you there. I've got something very interesting. I've got a glimmer of hope for all our listeners today. I've got a glimmer of hope, all right? And basically, number two, Kat, a glimmer of hope where basically maybe we have singletons. You've been married for a while, and we know that, love is a thing where we got work to do when you're in a relationship as a couple. There's work to do when you're single, right? But the great thing is where people of faith, and we need to take hope and faith wherever we can get it. Right, Deborah?
Yes.
Take a look at this, guys, from Gene Carey.
What do you think the chances are of
That's not Derek.
a guy like you and a girl like me
Kat, that's not Derek.
ending up together?
Well, Lloyd, that's difficult to say, and we really don't...
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you married. Just least you can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
Not good, like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of a million.
Yeah, I remember this. He gets excited.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
That's it.
I remember that clip. Is that Dumb and Dumber or something?
Yeah, that's delusion. That's delusion at its finest.
That's delusion. But sometimes when you're in the wilderness, sometimes you got to get faith where you can get it.
He's just clutching at some straws.
No, it's true.
Right? Look, man, if you're single, you got to get faith where you can. If you're in a relationship and things ain't gone right for you, take the wins, the little wins where you can.
Yeah, true. But make that don't take you somewhere where you can't come back from.
Say that again.
Make sure that it doesn't take you somewhere where you can't come back from.
That's true.
I mean, that's unrealistic.
Okay, all right. Okay, so make sure that delusion doesn't take you somewhere you can't come back from. That's a very interesting point there. We've got some comments here in our live chat. It's kicking off. We've got, oh wow, here we go. It's kicking off now. Here we go. So we've got a comment here from, blah, 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 blah. I need to catch up. Okay, blah, 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 blah.
Somebody at the door.
There's somebody at the door. Please come take a seat. How we doing, guys? Take a seat over there, Jalissa. Oh, actually, sit here. Nice one, Jalissa. Great to have you on the show. You're awesome. All right, got to keep it moving though. We got to keep it on. Now here we go. We got a comment here. So this. I think the woman didn't believe she would be blessed, so she couldn't be bothered. That was the lady previously didn't take care of herself. There are many people still like this, unkept, but still think they have choices. That was the lady, I think Gina, that we saw a while ago, who was putting herself out there on a video, but didn't look after her teeth or her appearance. Then we have Janet saying, I even think the lower expectations should be shown in the love therapy on Thursdays, and people should be encouraged not to turn up like that. Wow. Derek, I hope you're hearing this. And also Derek, my old friend Derek from Gabby, he's saying what's up. Then we have Chanel saying, Derek, this is true fact. The truth needs to be told. All right, from Chanel. And then Mercy says, I think that expectation is another word for wish list. Like a child with a wild imagination. They don't even take into consideration reality or where they are or others around them. Okay, so let me just pray that again. They don't take into consideration reality or where they are or others around them too, just like Derek was saying. Very powerful. Chanel says, not good, laughing, and that is brutal. Obviously, the guy being turned down. All right, guys, so look, it's interesting. We're talking about the subject of expectations today. We've got Derek here. We've got the wonderful, the one and only, one of my favorite soldiers in the whole world, Jalissa here in the... I know, I don't say it. I've never ever said it like that before. But yeah, we've got Jalissa in the house. How you doing, Jalissa? Speaking to the mic, Jalissa. Stop pretending like you're shy. How are you this morning? I'm good. Speak into the mic. That's how they hear you.
Okay, sorry.
All right, it's good to have you with us on the show. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show another, Derek and guys, I'm going to show another expectations video because I really want to capture you guys' essence of these lowered expectations clips. All right, and I think this one, especially Jalissa, it'd be interesting to hear what you have got from this one. All right, so this one is called Needy Ivy. It's called Needy Ivy. All right, so if you're going into love singles hour, you really want to pay attention to this. Derek, I want to see if you've ever come across a person like this before, and ladies, I want to see your thoughts on Needy Ivy. This is going to be very, very, very interesting. Needy Ivy. Yep, is that Needy Ivy? Yep. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Let's play that track. Oh, yeah.
Well, wake up, sleeping ugly. Because your only hope is lowered expectations. Our video library allows you to choose from thousands of chronically rejected singles, just as hard up and pathetic as you. So good luck. You'll need it.
It's the 90s, yeah?
Edie, number 933.
Oh my goodness.
I need someone who will love me
Turn
and
up,
never
Kat.
leave me. Is that you? Is it? Answer me! Stop ignoring me! I'm talking to you! I'm a little doll and I deserve to be loved. Why can't you see that? Closer. Come closer! Try and look into my eyes and tell me you don't love me. I dare you. So why haven't you called yet? I'm waiting. Hurry up or I'll kill myself. Call me.
For Needy Evie, press pound 933.
Needy Evie. Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is from 1993, making videos that today will most probably get cancelled. But today we can see the humor of it, and it also shows that maybe since those times we have issues that have continued into the 2024. I'm going to come to you, Derek, then you, Deborah. Yeah. But first, Jalissa, what did you think of Needy Evie?
I just think that she's very desperate, really, and.
I mean, that whole piece, it being a dolly, because clearly that wasn't a human being.
Yeah, but to be honest, human beings are actually like that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I want you, I need you, when are you going to call me, and all of that. And it's giving like, could you leave me alone? Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, it's like you push people away when you're like that. It's like, give people space. No one is attracted to, no one is attracted to anyone that is so, here I am, want me, need me, love me. Like, you want to have to love that person because you want to love that person. You don't want to love that person because they are, imposing themselves on you. So
I'll just ask you another question. How easy is it for a woman to fall into that trap, to become like that? Guys, imagine this walk of faith, this journey of faith. Oh, there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Someone at Esther, I'll let you settle in, Esther. All right, we'll come to you.
I think it depends on each one's background, because if you are someone so for example, you're someone that is like more like, I'm a hard woman, you will, even if you feel like as if you need the person, you will never portray that to the person. So I think it depends on each individual, like, who are you, what do you stand for? Like, if you know your value, you will never allow yourself to kind of push or give in to
that desire.
So I think individually, like, it's each person, it's not.
Yeah. Interesting, Nidaje. So each woman, I'm just using a woman example here, right? Is individual, right? Whether you choose to fall over that cliff of neediness or not.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Derek, we got Derek on the line. Derek, what did you make of that, and have you ever encountered that as a dude?
Have I ever encountered that? Yeah, I have. But you know what?
Tell me, brother. Open your heart. Kat, is this the phone mic or the vMix mic?
Phone mic.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
So I have experienced that, but can I be honest with you? I think it's about balance. Can you hear me? Am I clear?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's about balance at the end of the day, because nobody wants somebody that's always like chasing them down, like they are, you know what I mean? Like, they're desperate, but at the same time, I do appreciate, and this is me, I always appreciate.
Yes. Hang on a second. You have to repeat that again. It seems that you came to a really important point there. Say that again, please.
Always respected women that have courage.
Women that have courage to put themselves forward.
As well. I mean, men, obviously, we're seen as the ones that do it the most, but the women that have done it and they put themselves forward, you see, I wouldn't look at that woman as desperate. I would look at that woman as, you know what you want, and they're going after what you want. Put yourself forward, you've broken the mold.
Okay, all right. So when you put yourself forward, you put yourself broken the mold. Jalissa was shaking her head. What was you shaking your head for, Jalissa?
I don't think that's a woman that's putting herself forward. I think that's a woman that is very desperate. Like, no woman should have to lower her standard to beg a man to want her. And that's not being like, oh, no. I just think it's quite desperate. You don't have to lower yourself to tell anyone to want you like that, because at the end of the day, I just feel like that person is just going to use you because he feels as if he's got a power over you. So you don't... I don't think any woman should do that. You're literally just...
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that you have to have a balance. I'm not saying that lady or that video is representing what I'm saying. I've noticed that using that video, that's an extreme. That's an extreme. It does happen, unfortunately. But what I'm saying is, there are also some, I'm going to use female women for an example. There are also some women that will never put themselves forward. Not in that way, of course, but they will never put themselves forward because they think it's not their job. I've heard women say to me, if I step to a guy, I look desperate. He's supposed to step to me. 20 years later, he's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be a balance. Of course, that's an extreme example, but there has to be a balance as well. I believe.
You know what? I could, as a dude, I hear what Derek is saying. As a guy, the reason why, because sometimes women could be like, in their mind, they're like, their idea of balance. The man sees it is like, she doesn't look like she's interested. Like, she doesn't. She's not. You know, it's like she's not attracted to me. She doesn't really show an interest. You know, and sometimes the guy, like, he's like, we've got that extreme of needy Evie, right?
Evie,
That extreme, like I need. But like sometimes a lady could be so on the other side of things. In her head, she's like, I'm showing enough, but the guy's like, ish. I don't know what this. Okay, let me look somewhere else. It's that kind of thing you're saying, Derek, right? Yeah, that the lady actually shows an interest. That, she's putting herself forward to show interest.
I don't know if you can. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, but anyway, so we got that there. Okay, we're just going to get him back on the line. But I get what you're saying, brother. Kat Lee's just going to sort out the sound there. But look, guys, I would like to go comment on you, but we've got so much content for today. And it's great to have you with us as well, Esther. Great to have you parachute in. I've got a video here to show you guys, all right? And basically, we're talking about the subject of expectations, all right? I don't know if Derek is still with me. You can still hear. Send me a thumbs up if you can still hear us, Derek. Thumbs up if you can still hear. Okay, great. You can still hear. Great. I've got this clip here, and basically this is someone going in for a job, all right? And it kind of echoes onto the back and forth that you and Derek had from Crazy Needy Evie. And basically, it's someone going for a job and dealing with expectations and how the person responds. And we could translate this into a love life scenario. So I'd like you all to take a look at this. I think this would be quite interesting. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. Just thought I'd interrupt. If you haven't done already, smash the robust like and subscribe button. Why not? Why not? You like us, I like you. Why not?
So to be clear, my expectation is that everyone give 110%. Okay? No. Not okay. I don't know that I signed up for 110%. What exactly do you mean by that? I just mean give it your all. Do your best day in and day out. Okay, because it kind of sounds like, hey, we're going to overwork you. We're going to exploit you. We expect you to come in early. We expect you to leave late. We expect you to take on a bunch of additional work without being compensated for it. That's not what it means, though, to you. Is that what you're saying? No, maybe next time I'll just say, do your best.
All right, so that's quite interesting there. Esther, what did you get? Deborah first. What did you get from there? From that piece there. So, this is what we want, this is what we want, and the other one's saying, oh yes, you want to exploit me and do X, Y, Z. What were your thoughts on that clip? There's somebody else at the door. There's somebody at the door. Who do we got here? And the one is Sabrina Durant. How you doing, Sabrina? Fantastic. I was looking for the big hat today. Okay, cool. It's great to have you with us. Yes, Deborah, I'll let you say it.
Yeah, I think that can be scary. If someone says, I want to give 110%, or they expect like someone else to give 110%. You could be thinking, okay, then I don't know whether I can do my best. Do you get what I mean?
So you don't know what your best is.
But the thing is, if you're going into a job and it's new, you're saying to yourself, like, you try, any person will want to give their best, right? But when you say 110%, sometimes that can be a bit scary because you don't know, like what she says, what else are we going to do? What else are you going to give us to do? So I think from that point of view, it is a bit scary. And I did like it when she said, oh yeah, just do your best, because that's the only thing you can do. Do you know what I mean?
Because that's
how I feel.
Because I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing that from the perspective of a guy, of a dude, all right? Derek, I don't know if you're following the convo here.
I'm here.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. There was so that was a clip of a job interview, right? I want 110%. When the lady said 110%, the other lady who was receiving that information was like, whoa, exploitation, right? What do you mean? And then they said, okay, do your best, right? Because obviously it sounds like hard work to keep kind of explain, right? But for me as a guy, I think that we do want to be kind of clear of what we expect, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because like everybody doing their best might be different.
Exactly, yeah, because people have different levels of how they work. People understand things differently. They process things differently.
Yeah.
So what your best might be, maybe my best might be lower, or vice versa. So I think sometimes it can put pressure on people.
Yeah.
With expectations.
sorry, I didn't want to cut. I'll just say your best might. I wasn't going to say lower. Your best might be different.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's what I was saying,
everyone's best. Everyone's best is different.
It's a
I
different
suppose,
level.
Yeah.
But how
Exactly.
do you, Esther? You know, you was listening in, chiming in there. Translating that situation in a job scenario into a relationship scenario where the lady obviously was like giving pushback, like. Because, like I said, the employee said, look, we want to see 110% here in this job, blah, 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 blah. And the person's listening. And the person listening is trying to, I would say, they're giving pushback, but trying to be smart, trying to be clever. You know, it sounds like you want to take advantage of me, blah, 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 blah. What did you make of that scene? And can it relate to a relationship challenge?
I feel like it can.
Oh, careful with that.
Oh.
Hit it. Just hit it.
Oh.
There we go.
Cool. I feel like it definitely can, and it definitely does in this generation. Everybody comes in with their own idea of what their love language is and what they want, what they require. I do think it's fair for men as well as female to have their expectations on what they want from the other person. And I do think you should give 100%, because I'm a kind of person, I don't like to leave knowing that I haven't given my best, because it brings doubt, like, oh, I could have done better, I could have done more, I could have done this. So why not just give it your all? But when you're doing it, and it's not reciprocated, or they're not even trying to make you an effort. Because I know sometimes women might be more creative when it comes to ideas. They know how to plan dates. They know how to do everything. Maybe a man might not know. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't raised that way. A man might be like very focused on predominantly on his work and stuff like that. But just the small things, like just to sit and listen, or just to even ask, like, what would you like to do?
That's powerful.
So that he can get some sort of idea, so that next time when he does plan, he already has some sort of an idea of what you like.
That's very powerful.
Yeah.
Derek, you've been married for what, 16 years, you said, right?
8 years.
8 years. Sorry. I doubled it. I doubled it. Sorry, I doubled it. I doubled it.
You knew already.
All right. Giving 100% the word is one thing, right? But I think that as a guy, we want to know how do you quantify it? What does it entail, right? What Esther just said there is like, what do you need? What do you want?
Every woman's 100% is different.
Every woman. But I think the powerful thing, what you said, is the question, is to ask the other person, what do they want? How important is that in a relationship?
You know what Esther said was so true. What he said was so true that I can't really say anything else, because everyone's best is different, isn't it? So the fact that, you know, you have to know the person. You got to know what that person, what their needs are, what their likes and what their interests are, and what also their pet peeves are. I believe that I will never say, I don't like that term 110%, 100%. I always believe the term giving your best is more realistic.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable with that word, you know.
What, give your best?
Yeah, you know why? In relationship, maybe because of the time we've been married, I could see Jalissa agreeing here with me. I just feel like give your best is such a broad statement. You know what I mean? Especially because of what you said, because people are different. Because there's some like, you know, I'm happy just so long as we sit down and watch TV. Then the other one will be like, you know what? We need to go out. Like, if I sit down and watch TV, I'm being robbed by you. You're cheating me. Do you know what I mean? And in that person who's sitting there on the TV, in their head, it's good. It's like, yeah, we're doing it, right?
Yeah, you can say I'm giving 100%, but you're not.
That's right. Okay.
So it works. It can work both ways. Like, we're talking about terminology here. Terminology. And yes, it is important, but the action is probably more important than the actual word itself. You can say 100%. You can say give best. I know what you're saying. Say it's vague, it's broad, but some people say I'll give 100%, and they're not. They're only giving 60%.
Jalissa,
so saying one thing is one thing, doing something is another.
Okay, all right. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Jalissa, I think you was kind of catching what I was getting at. What was that? You was nodding.
I think it's just because, like, when someone says, well, I'm giving my best, it's like, but are you really giving your best though? Because it's like you could say you're giving your best and you're really not. And because you don't know what anyone's best is, it's like you're going to be like, okay, well, that's his best. But really and truly, is it really your best? And I don't know, maybe you're going to have to find another word for it. Okay, we can't settle on, oh, give it 110% or give it 100%. But you can't leave it as I'm giving my best, because your best sometimes may not be your best. So it's not that it's not your best is not good enough, but your best is actually, really and truly, it's not your best. It's just an excuse, if I can say that.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look here in the live chat. We're gonna keep moving. We're talking about expectations in relationship. That's the theme for today. All right. We've got some comments here in the live chat. We have Clive. He's saying, "Oh morning," or "Oh dear, the face is scary." That is brutal. From Chanel. Diana says, "Run." That was from Needy Evie. Her interview. Mercy's like covering the face and shocked. We have Mercy saying, I have a different perspective. I think the lady wasn't just getting caught up in emotion and the passionate speech, but actually clarify how this can be physically seen in the workforce. So the lady who was going for a job, so she wasn't just caught up in the passion of the speech, but actually she was actually clarifying how this can be physically seen in the workforce. So she's saying probably experiences that she's had in her workplace before, right? Where she's been taken advantage of because they asked for 110%. But also she was looking for clarity on what she needs to offer, right? So you've got the job description and then you've got the other 10% to make 110%. What does that actually entail? All right. We're connected to Love Life. This is bear with us here. So we got Mercy saying, giving your best is relative. Some may not even know their full potential yet. That's interesting. That's it. So look, we're going into word games here, like Derek said, and it's quite interesting. And you know the great thing? This is why we need love therapy. Love therapy brings the mediator, which is the author of love, into it to kind of set a base level of what our expectation should be, I think.
Is there a quick question,
Tell
not
me,
to cut
sis.
you off.
Tell
Is
me.
there a difference between giving your best and doing your best? Those terminologies.
I think they're both the same.
The same thing.
Same thing. But you know what it is? Because when I hear that, I just think to myself of, like last week when we had the love, we were talking about the lists that people have. And one of the things we came to was this Bible verse. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it's this Bible verse where God says about, what we need to glory in is knowing and understanding God, understanding who he is. That's the life journey, right? And that actually, I saw that as reflecting into our relationship life. I'm not just coming here with my expectation of what I want from her, but I want to understand her. It's not just what she can give me, but I want to understand her so that I can fulfill her requirements. You know what I mean? So her requirements, me giving 100% is fulfilling her requirements. So for that, I need to understand her. Just like if she's on God's wavelength, like God is saying, then he needs to,
she needs
to understand. You. So what do you want from me? Right? And that's what the Bible is. The Bible showing us what God wants from us and how much he cares for us. Do you know what I mean? It's that reciprocation there. And for a human being to say, are you giving your best? The person might be tired and feel like they've done everything they could do. But in that person's mind is, and I know this word we've started to use a lot in this, and I think there's truth in it. That's not their love language. It's like, you haven't given me a gift, but you've given me lots of acts of service. And for me, you haven't given me 100% because you haven't understood me yet. You haven't understood what I want, what I need. Do you know what I mean? And that comes through talk, that comes through consideration, that comes through conversation, right, Derek?
Yeah, I agree. And can I just say this? Look, you've been married how many years? About 24 years, 23 years?
23 years and 18 days.
23 years. I remember when you got married. So you've been married a long time. I'm nowhere near you. I'm 8 years in. But I will say this, right? Yeah, we've got to be realistic, and we've got to understand that when you're getting to know someone in the beginning, everyone says the best stuff. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. We all put our best foot forward. When you go for your first day at work, you put on your best clothes, and then this is human nature. The longer you're in the place, the more comfortable you become. Before you go to work in your best shoes, now you're wearing trainers every now and again. So we have to understand this is human nature. And when you're getting to know somebody, especially when you're talking, the dating period, you put your best foot forward.
Yeah, always.
It's only when you really marry someone, you live with that person, then you really understand what it is sacrifice, what it is to give your best or your 100%. Because there's going to be days you're not going to want to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Powerful stuff.
You're not going to want to do that. So we have to understand the timing. When you're getting to know somebody, it's easy to say, I'll give them 100%, I'll give my best. Easy. Because you're excited, sunflowers and daffodils. However, when you start getting to know each other, especially after marriage, that's where the true sacrifice comes in. Giving 100% or giving your best, whatever terminology you want to use, that's not really important here. But what I would say is this, when you're in that situation where your back is against the wall and you don't want to do something, that's when it really comes out. If you're really going to give your best. So giving your best or 100% is nothing to do with your feelings.
Yeah, that's right. It's about denying. I think give your best. I think you've just kind of narrowed it down. Is being able to deny yourself when it counts, right?
Yes, exactly.
Woo! Biddy Bow! Biddy Bow! Woo! All right, guys.
That comes with time. That
does come with time. And time gives the opportunities, right? Biddy Bow!
Yes, indeed.
All right. We've got a comment here. Patricia from FPK 300 says, I don't think it's more about give your best or give 110. I think it all begins with defining what these terms mean, the initial period of communication and getting to know the other person. Absolutely, very important. That's why it's good to date well, date intelligently. Patricia FPK 300 said is where you define these terms, then you know what both are expecting. Very nice. David said it's more about showing 100% than saying. Okay, good. At Patricia, I agree. That's from Mercy. And then Patricia says, and the Bible is the ground zero that creates the realistic platform that ensures that you're not up with the fairies when it comes to defining these boundaries. It's like the Bible's like the job description. You know what I mean? If you're going for a job, at least you got to fulfill the job description before you start flying with the fairies and start trying to do other stuff. We've got a comment here from Mercy. We've got a comment here. It's a voice note. Are you ready, guys? After this, we're just going to go into a timeout. All right, everyone get their breath back. And we're going to go into Bishop stuff. But let's hear from Mercy first. Here we go. Oops.
I thought of like an interesting point. When we first come to God, we come with all our baggage and we come with all our old mentality and stuff like that. And I think as well, the way God sees us as our best, but we don't necessarily see that because we haven't been taken or seen our better self. So a lot of it is literally leaning on God and wishing, oh God, I wish I could be more like you. And how does that physically look? And what does that really mean to get to that place where I can say that I'm better than I was, sort of thing. And I think it's the same in like a relationship as well. If someone has never been in a relationship, they, from their past and their personality, they could be like, oh, I'm typically like this, I'm like that, I'm not really affectionate, I'm not really open, I'm not really communicative. However, their full potential is, no, you are, but you literally need to give your best. Giving your best is not necessarily you staying in your comfort zone, it's coming out of your comfort zone. And pushing yourself to a place where you're constantly adapting to becoming a better you.
Lovely. Love it. I love that. Sounds good, Sabrina?
Yeah, it does.
Sound on point for you?
Yeah, it does. I was even thinking, like, when she was saying that, it reminded me of, like, because I work as an interior designer. So like all the time we have to keep on updating ourselves and becoming better. So for example, when the new software comes out, we need to understand, how does that software work? So we're always constantly like improving ourselves because we're never fully at our best, like what she was saying. Like we're still kind of like a work in progress. And then we kind of start seeing like, okay, yes, I can do this, I can do that or whatever. But before it was like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. So obviously in relationships it's the same, isn't it? Like, you can be in your comfort zone and stuff. Of course, like when you first meet with that person or whatever, like you have your way of doing things, that person has their way. But then as you understand this is what this person likes and he understands, okay, this is what I like, then you start to change and adapt. And so what she said is correct.
Drop it like it's hot. And I think to not realize that is immaturity, right? You're being immature. You're not at the stage to have someone in your life, especially a godly person, because you will harm them, right? And if you're a godly person, or if you're using God's principles and you're wise, you want to understand and fulfill the needs of the person. That's what it comes down to. I love this conversation. Esther, it's a lovely talk, isn't it?
Honestly, it is.
I feel like crying tears. And this is why the love talk is important. Yeah. This is why it's so important. And this is why I get upset. Because there are people who are supposed to be at the love walk, you know who you are. And you right? And they sabotage themselves from attending. And laughed about it.
Yeah.
They sabotage themselves from attending and laughed. Who is laughing? I'm certainly it's not you, because you want to be happy in your love life. So we're gonna go into the.
Can I jump in here quickly?
Yeah.
So I've got to go anyway. I've got to go in 5 minutes. I've got a meeting.
All right,
I'm gonna say this. Like what Robert said, I'm just gonna perfect segue. Those that are single, right? Don't neglect these kind of opportunities. Don't, because it's an opportunity for you to get to know people, to meet people, and you never know, you could find your spouse there. And those that mock or they scorn or they laugh at this opportunity and you're single, listen, with all respect, it's not going to change my life. It's not going to change Robert's life. Those that are there, they're going to benefit. If you don't go, you're the one who's not going to benefit from it. So take the opportunity that God has given you, because God has given you these opportunities. It's not coming from man. God is allowing you an opportunity to go and meet someone and find a suitable partner, a suitable helper for yourself. But if you don't take the opportunity, if you laugh and you scorn at these opportunities, you're the one who's going to be missing out, nobody else. So that's me. I'm done.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you for having me.
You're awesome, Derek.
Everyone.
God bless you, Derek. Exceedingly.
Bye.
Take care, man.
Take care, brother. Cool. God bless you. Yeah. All right, so there we go. So I had to give that little segue in there because you know who you are. All right.
But as he was speaking, actually, I was just thinking, sorry, it's a very quick one. But because I know someone who was doing that as well. But at the same time, I think there's also an underlying issue as well. Like sometimes people feel uncomfortable putting themselves out there.
That's true.
And it's a bit like maybe they have some kind of like, it's like, okay, I'm putting myself out there. Is there going to be someone for me? So sometimes I think it's just.
But even if there isn't anyone there for you, it's just the experience of your life.
Right.
And I think for many years, I've never attended the love walk either. Because for me, I'm like, what am I going to do? And all of these things. But it's truly a blessing. To be honest with you, it's not like I'm missing something. It's like I'm thinking, what am I missing as well? You know, it's a blessing. Like it's not because I'm going to meet someone. You don't know the plans of God. You don't know what He's trying to do in your life. So you just have to,
come out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. Yeah. You may not feel comfortable. You may not feel like, this is me. It may not be your element. It's not. You're coming out, but that's where you're blessed, isn't it? When you come out of your comfort zone, not when you're there in your comfort zone.
That's lovely. This is so important, guys, and I'm glad you said that, Jalissa, because I know you from a long time, and there were things you were very icky about. And to have you talk like this, feke about.
We thank God for growth.
She's growing,
and this is the point, right? Yeah. The moment a person has this switch to invest in their love life, it's not necessarily a switch that I'm going to get a ring on my finger. I'm going there to get someone to put a ring on my finger. But they understand that this is the next level of my spiritual journey. This is the next level to guard and protect my faith and salvation. This is it. No one teaches us how to love, and what takes people out of the presence of God is love life. How many soldiers we lost because of love life? So if you be from the age of 20 upwards, and you're the legal age to get married in your country, if you've sought first the kingdom of God and His righteousness and you're good, love therapy.
Yeah, 100%.
Otherwise, you sabotage. You just sabotage. You're laughing. Who's laughing? Who's laughing? Who's laughing? Your future 5 years down the road, 2 years down the road, and you don't want to invest now when you have the... Anyway, sorry. This love will reveal a lot of things to my soul. Let's go for a timeout. I'm excited. We're going to go into Bishop's elements in just a moment of what Bishop said in last week's Love Therapy. We're going to take it down. We're going to learn. We're going to digest. We're going to get whipped, slipped, slapped, and turned upside down, but come out better by the Holy Spirit. We'll be right back in just a moment right after this. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the program. We have a lot more episodes covering a lot more themes on The Breakfast Show. And guess what? Your experience can be even deeper and more interactive because we are live weekdays from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on libertyradio.co.uk. On that Liberty Radio platform, we have a whole host of other inspirational material. As well as that, we have our breakfast show in the mornings. Check it out. There's a live chat, there's a video feed, and you can get up to date on all the breakfast show antics and fun, vim, excitement, and all that kind of crazy stuff that we love to enjoy. This is Robbie here, Robust Presenter, and I hope to see you live and enjoy the next one.